Well, I'd like to greet our Secretary General and say to him how happy I am to be taking part at this high-level event on climate action. Less than 50 days stand between this meeting and COP30. It is time to ask whether the world will arrive in Berlin with its homework done. The Paris Agreement gave countries the freedom to set emission reduction targets consistent with their realities and capacities. But the submission of nationally determined contributions is not an option, as it was made clear by the International Court of Justice. It is an obligation. In a world where serious violations have become commonplace, failing to submit an NDC may seem like a lesser evil. But without the collection of NDCs, the planet is moving in the dark. Only with a full picture will we know where we are going and at what pace. Today, the countries gathered here are fulfilling their duty. But there are others that have not yet done so. The denialism we face is not only related to climate, it is multilateral. No one is safe from the effects of climate change. Walls at borders will not stop droughts or storms. Nature does not bow down to bombs or warships. No country stands above another. The risk of unilateralism is the chain reaction it provokes. Each broken commitment is an invitation to new isolated actions. The result is a vicious cycle of mistrust and paralysis. We need to restore confidence and conviction in collective mobilization. If it were not for the Paris Agreement, we would already be on track for a 4-degree rise in Earth's average temperature. And if we are able to protect the ozone layer, we can also stop global warming. Fatalism is the worst enemy of action. The energy transition opens the door to a productive and technological transformation comparable to the Industrial Revolution. Nationally determined contributions are the roadmap that will guide each country through this change. They are not mere numbers or percentages. They are an opportunity to rethink models and reorient policies and investments toward a new economic paradigm. For this to happen on a global scale, wealthy nations need to bring forward their climate neutrality targets and expand access to resources and technologies for developing countries. The principle of common but differentiated responsibilities remains valid. Brazil was the second country to present its new NDC. We are committed to reducing emissions of all greenhouse gases by between 59 and 67%, covering all sectors of the economy. Our goal of ending deforestation by 2030 will continue to help make this objective a reality. By hosting COP in the Amazon, Brazil wants to show that it is impossible to preserve nature without caring for people. There is no way to revolutionize our relationship with the planet without engaging a wide range of stakeholders. This is why we promoted the global ethical stocktake with 6 regional dialogues that included representatives from civil society, the private sector, indigenous peoples and traditional communities, scientists, artists, religious leaders and local authorities. The voice of the people must reach heads of state and government. We want to promote a leaders' summit that fosters a frank and direct dialogue worthy of the mission entrusted to us by our societies. We have the chance to right injustices and build a prosperous and sustainable future for everyone. Thus, I call on the countries that have not yet submitted their NDCs. The success of COP30 in Berlin depends on you. Let us make the Amazon the stage for a decisive moment in the history of multilateralism. I have said and have been saying that COP30, Mr. Secretary General, is the COP of truth. This COP is going to have to say whether or not we believe what science is showing us. If we, leaders, heads of states, if we trust or don't trust science, because we're going to have to make a decision. Because if we do not make a decision, society is going to stop believing its leaders. And instead of strengthening the struggle against global warming, we are going to help discredit multilateralism, policies, and in democracy. And all of us will lose because denialism may actually win. Thus, the ball is in COP30's court, and I hope to rely on all of you and see all of you there. Thank you.